I'm a spirit channeler and oracle card reader who channels both light and shadow energies in my readings, which means if you're easily triggered, please find yourself another reader. Hey everyone, this is a bonus reading. Since I ended up having an extra day, I decided to film the second video that tied the first one in the last poll that I posted. So this reading is entitled, "Which demon, if any, wants to work with you and why, or for what purpose?" I have also set the intention that one of these piles will be a blank pile, which will incorporate the "if any" aspect of this reading, just so you're aware. So you have 6 piles to choose from. I will also include crystals on the pile in a second in case it will help you choose, because sometimes I find when there are too many identical options, it might make it a bit more difficult to choose without some differentiating aspect. So I left it blank for now for those of you who would prefer to choose without crystals, and I will also include an overhead shot after I put the crystals on to help you guys see the cards that are a bit further back. So from left to right and top to bottom, you have pile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Here are your choices again with the crystals on them. And here is the shaky overhead shot. Pause the video if you need some more time to choose your pile, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. So the demon who wishes to work with you guys is named Citri, and in this deck, they are depicted as the Queen of Cups, and the supporting card here is harmony. So why do they want to work with you? Is for harmony, and that's very befitting of a Queen of Cups, right? So we know right away that it's emotional harmony. So I'm just going to read the blurb on Citri in the book. Citri is a great prince at the head of 60 legions of spirits. He appears in human form, beautiful and sensual, with a leopard's head and griffin wings. This demon is able to infuse passion and desire in humans, as well as a desire for parenthood, leading them to achieve satisfaction and completeness. If, however, it is the most negative aspect of the Four of Cups to take the upper hand, this fulfillment can turn into excessive stability and security. Characteristics that, linked to the aspects and reasons, risk stagnating the situation or keeping us anchored to some event of the past. It is for this reason that logic and rationality, as well as wisdom and loyalty originating from the influences of Jupiter and Taurus, will take our interactions with others to a higher level, as well as to solutions of old problems, or launch us towards future projects. So the esoteric tarot attribution is the Four of Cups, as mentioned in the book. And so again, all about emotional harmony. So a lot of you guys here would have had issues in the past with relationships, and relationships of any kind, could be family or romantic. Those are the two I'm actually picking up. And it's about emotional healing. So I'm just going to cast a few more cards to get some more details. So with the 2 tarot cards I pulled, I can see right away that this has to do with family issues from your past, from your childhood. So childhood trauma with the relationship, specific relationship between you and your relatives and your family. Now, obviously, as you grow older, this could have leaked into romantic relationships as well. So you may have found that you are repeating patterns, like say you had an abusive father, the very stereotypically you grow up and you end up attracting similarly abusive men into your life. So the origin of this trauma, this disharmonious trauma, emotional trauma, stems from your childhood, and it's still affecting you to this day. It's affecting the type of people, friends, and romantic partners. And I'm also hearing bosses and coworkers who you attract into your life. And some of you guys might be thinking, well, I'm not attracting bosses and coworkers. I go into a company and then the boss is already there and the coworkers are for the most part already there. That's not how life works. You are attracting a particular signature, and a signature will be within a boss, within coworkers, and within a company overall, within their atmosphere, and then you're attracting that signature. So then, if they're already there, you still attracted them. So again, this is stemming from childhood abuse, emotional abuse very specifically, that you may have thought that you got away from because you are older now, but it's still affecting you, and it's still weighing you down, and it's still causing you to attract negative relationships into your life. It's still causing you to play small and to think that you can't really manifest more harmonious relationships. So this is what this demon would like to assist you with. So those are your messages. I hope that helped you and resonated. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pal number 2. Welcome to your reading. So the demon who wishes to work with you is Aloces, and in this deck he is attributed to the 8 of Pentacles. So I'm going to read the blurb from the book on him. Aloces is the 52nd demon, as well as a strong and great duke. He rules over 36 legions of lower spirits and appears in the form of a soldier with a lion's face riding horseback. The 8 of Pentacles, from which he draws his energy, allows this demon to deliver an optimal balance to all those situations in which financial, material, or commercial projects are involved. Also, the sociability, friendliness, and availability of Venus allow us to learn quickly from the surrounding environment, accept the advice given to us, and exploit what we have learned to our advantage. But if it is the opportunism or presumption of Sagittarius that prevails, the balance that was established may become too perfect to last much longer, and any excess of greed and ambition will only lead to various problems of a financial nature, such as debt, loss, or theft. Okay, so definitely he's here why he wants to help you. The 2 assisting cards here, it was only supposed to be 1, but you got 2 for why this demon wishes to assist you. And also, given his blurb, is with financial issues, but I'm seeing more specifically it's with career and you doing your life purpose, something that is authentic, really, really, truly authentic to who you truly are, and actually being able to do what you actually want to do. So for you guys, there should be some discord here between what you wanted to do as a kid and what you're actually doing now as a career. Some of you guys, I'm hearing you're saying, okay, I'm still in school and I have a job and it doesn't really count yet. Do check with yourself and make sure that you're actually in school for what you wanted to do when you were a kid, and make sure that you didn't settle for something that you felt is more of a straight line and would be more stable and would pay the bills and that sort of stuff. And for those of you, the small percentage of you guys who are in school for something that you did want to do as a kid, congratulations, that's great. But there's still a potential that you could veer slightly off course as life continues to smack you in the face and things get more and more real. There's still a potential that you might veer off course. So he would want to assist you with making sure that you stay on course with your authentic path. So I'm going to pull probably 2 more cards to get some more information. Oops, okay, another one kind of fell out. Okay. So it's very befitting that we would get the Queen of Swords reversed, and we have again that honesty card. And I was speaking about you not really being authentic. The Queen of Swords in reverse, among other things, she could be lying to herself. She could obviously be lying to other people, but she's being inauthentic, or she's just holding back from saying some things. And again, with that 5 of Swords right next to it. Then with the Knight of Wands in reverse, again, something about passion and art, and you just trying to follow the straight path and putting your passion and your art form on the back burner. It's taking a secondary role. The last reading that I posted, the one that actually tied this reading in the poll, there was a group in that reading that I was talking about them reevaluating or just paying more attention to the choices that they're making career-wise. I do remember what number pile that was, but I'm not going to tell you in case you didn't watch that reading yet. But if you want for a further explanation, further reading, go to that reading and just listen to your pile there, because this is obviously the same group of people. Your career path, your life path, your goals are not really aligning up with what you authentically truly want to do, and you're kind of lying to yourself about it. And it might be so deeply buried that some of you guys might be thinking, no, this is like something I kind of wanted to do. I like it well enough. But well enough is not actually on the dot of what you want to do. So, well enough is not good enough for this demon and for you at this time. So you need to get to the core of what it is you truly want to do career-wise. Again, this passion of yours, you need to stop lying to yourself and stop trying to glaze over it and make yourself believe that it's not as important to you as it actually truly is. So that is what this demon LOCs would like to help you with. So those are your messages. I hope it resonated with you, and I hope it helped. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pile number 3. So this is actually my blank pile. So you got the wand card as your main card, and then your supporting card is a quiet strength card. So there is indeed a small message here for you, but you guys are the void group, the blank group. So no demon at this time wishes to assist you. Now, the message I do have here is that there is some inner strength that you do need to tap into that you're not tapping into when it comes to getting your life under control and manifesting your dreams. So I pulled these clarifiers, and funny enough, I got the King of Wands reversed. So we have so much fire energy here. We have the Ace of Wands, we have the King of Wands reversed, and that quiet strength is giving me strength card type of vibes. And he's also carrying a scepter, so again, lots of fire energy. So you guys could be fire signs, you don't have to be, but there's definitely some kind of inner strength and passion and creativity and ability to manifest your own dreams for yourself that you're not really tapping into. So some of you guys may actually believe that you can't really do much unless you have outside assistance, whether this be from spirits, because we are doing a spirit reading here, or it could also be from humans. I just split the deck and I got another wand card for you guys. That's the Knight of Wands. But you don't need, what it's saying is that you don't need the assistance for other people. You really need to look into your own energy. Now, some of you guys may have been drawn to another group, and if you were drawn to another group as well, and you did get a demon in that group, that demon is ready to help you, but there is a message here about you not relying on them for your help. Don't think that you're handicapped unless they are helping you, because you don't really need their help to manifest your desires. They're just kind of like extra support type of thing. Like, the vision I'm having is like, say you're trying to reach a box like high up on a shelf, and if you were to just hop a little bit, like just do a little bit of a jump, you would be able to grab the box and take it off of the shelf. So you could do that, or you can go get a small footstool and step on that and then grab the box, from a more stable surface. Either way, you can still get the box. But you might be thinking, well, you might not even think about doing that little jump to grab onto it. You may be thinking, oh, I think that box is too heavy. Maybe there's more in the box than I'm aware of. All the while, the box is not that heavy, and you could have just hopped and grabbed it, but you're just like, no, I can't get it unless I have a footstool. So again, that footstool is the assistance, again, from humans or spirits. You don't necessarily need it. It is nice to have, but you are not supposed to be relying on outside assistance, because you have everything you need internally to manifest your own desires. So until you come to terms with that fact, with that Six of Swords reverse, you're not really going to be moving anywhere. Your life is not really going to be going anywhere. It's going to be at a standstill, because it's like the universe is waiting for you to realize your own true power and actually start using it. Okay, so if you were drawn to a secondary pile, like I said, that demon is ready to help you, but you don't necessarily need them as much as, say, some other people would. And if you were not drawn to another pile, this is saying that no demon wishes to work with you, at least at this time. Okay, so those are your messages. I hope that helped you and I hope it resonated. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. So the demon who wishes to work with you is Murmur, and she is associated here with the Empress for this deck. So I'm going to read the blurb from the book. Murmur is the 54th demon and a great duke and earl. He rules over 30 legions of lower spirits and comes in various forms such as a soldier or a griffin. The Ten of Pentacles and the Empress who dominate him make him an excellent ally capable of bringing renewal, change, new energy, and new developments thanks to a strong intuition and fervent creativity. Even the planet Venus, to whom he answers, brings with it an energetic harmony and versatility, especially in material situations or those that refer to the home, the family, and the experience learned from one's ancestors. Risks or uncertainties come only when all of Murmur's creative drive is handled in an immature, hasty, or perhaps excessively carefree way, a characteristic often found in Sagittarius. So your supporting card here, settlement, and in addition to the blurb and the Empress and Ten of Pentacles, lets me know that they are here to assist you with settling into your power and authority, and settling into the world, the matrix, actually, as it is. This is the first time that I was reading a blurb where at a certain part of it I actually kind of zoned out and then zoned back in and realized I was reading. And this is telling me that you guys have a very active imagination, which I do as well. And you have a tendency to live up in the clouds and not really be grounded in on Earth. And, you know, the Empress is the powerful ruler of her earthly domain. Okay, as opposed to the High Priestess who rules in the unseen realms. The Empress rules on the seen realms and the seen realms. And with that settlement card is telling me you haven't really settled on Earth. So you guys, you know, star seeds, probably mediums, probably have a tendency to over daydream and zone out. Maybe you have maladaptive daydreaming disorder, maybe you have ADD or ADHD, you know, whatever human psychological terms we wish to apply to you. But, you know, not overactive imagination and just someone who feels like they don't really fit in this world, and they haven't really settled down. So I'm just going to just glance through this again, since I did zone out a little bit. And I'm seeing here strong intuition and fervent creativity. So yeah, like I said, strong intuition, you guys definitely have that. Creativity, yeah, there we go. Tendency to zone out, tendency to not really wish to be here, but feeling that you are stuck on Earth. So she wishes to help you, or they wish to help you, because, you know, demons are, and angels are non-binary. They wish to help you settle down here. It's like, I feel like you guys haven't had many incarnations on Earth. I can't make this up. So you guys heard me shuffling in the background, right? So for every pile, I was pulling 2 more tarot cards to, you know, get some further reading. And I cannot make this up. This is the Empress card. So you just got the Empress card twice from 2 different decks. Oh my gosh. So, and then your next card is the Five of Wands reverse. Again, fighting. Stop with the fighting. Stop. You guys are like fighting to leave. It's like you daydream about leaving, about the sweet by and by, and you don't really care so much about what goes on down here, to the point where it's affecting your finances. Because underneath the deck I do have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So it's like a lack of stability here, a lack of creativity, creative power, actually creating a life for yourself that is successful and that you're proud of and that you can thrive in. You're not really doing that. So they wish to assist you with that, just with, again, grounding and just being more fruitful here. Okay. You may have some past life recollections of you being more successful and of a higher status and stature in other lifetimes, whether on Earth or on other planets. These are past life memories. These aren't just fantasies. And you may feel like, or you may obviously be looking around, and in this incarnation, it's not really up to par. It's not as you would have expected it. It's not really working out, but it's something here about you guys needing to do some more physical work. You need to be more grounded in order to actually manifest. You can't really, like when you were on other planes, in other star systems, you were able to manifest from like just thought form, and obviously we can manifest from our thoughts, but we actually have to do physical work as a secondary component or a cooperative component to be able to get things to manifest. Whereas in some other past lives, in some other places that you've had, you didn't really need to do that. You would just physically explore and enjoy the results of the manifestation, but the manifestation itself would just come through like magic work, energy work, and thought work, and mental work, and that sort of stuff. Whereas here, there's that physical component of it that you haven't quite grasped. So you definitely have the energetic and mental component down just by virtue of your experience, but the physical component you don't really have down. So this is what this demon would wish to assist you with. So those are your messages. I hope that helped you. Hope it resonated, and let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pile number 5. Welcome to your reading. So the demon who wishes to assist you is Dakarabia, and they are associated here with the star in this tarot deck. So I'm going to read to you the blurb from the book. Dakarabia is a great marquise at the head of 30 legions of spirits and takes the form of a star. The 7 of Swords that governs the demon represents the vertices capable of illuminating and concentrating the desire for success and fulfillment, forming a broader design capable of encompassing the difficulties and battles that will present themselves before us. The star formed by these inevitable alternating phases, marked by the cyclicality of the moon, will allow us to find our place in the world, pushing us in some cases not to choose between certain options, but to reconcile them by interweaving them, and thus revealing a design which reflects a will and harmony that comes from above. His contribution can instead become unfavorable when we approach the spirit with the indecision of Pisces, hesitating between the various alternatives and possibilities. So it's funny that his other association, esoteric attribution, is the 7 of Swords here. And you guys, the supporting card that you got was Andromalia's, which is deception in this deck, but in my other occult tarot deck, Andromalia's, I'm pretty darn sure, is the 7 of Swords. Like, I'm almost positive. So this is funny, but even the deception key word here is another key word for the 7 of Swords. So and the star, could be rather deceptive here. So deception, something is hidden from you, the veil, something is lost, something is being hidden. So this reading is a little bit mysterious. I'm going to pull some more cards for some more information. Okay, so here I pulled 2 more cards. Usually for all the other groups I only pull 2. In one group I pulled 3, but I got 2 more for you here. I'm gonna let's put them here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so this is all about kind of like psychic abilities and veil, things that are hidden beyond the veil, but it's not, okay. Basically, this is about like your karmic purpose, like why you're actually on Earth. There is something you're supposed to do, but it's not immediately clear. And this is like purposeful. I mean, everyone comes here with a veil of forgetfulness. But there's something more significant about this group, where that veil of forgetfulness is actually seriously, it's both hindering your ability to progress smoothly and quickly, and it's also assisting your ability to progress at all. It's this weird kind of dichotomy. Like, like when you think about polars of anything, it's like you can't, even though you may have a preference for one over the other, you realize when you reach a level of maturity and philosophical enlightenment that you can't have one without the other. Something is only cold because hot exists, and vice versa. And if hot didn't exist, then something that's cold would just be. It wouldn't be cold, it would just be. So we do have this dichotomy here with this veil of forget. It's like you guys got like an extra veil. It's either that you guys got an extra veil of forgetfulness and confusion when you incarnated here, or your life purpose is significantly larger and has more stages than the average human. So that veil is stretched further, if you understand what I'm saying. So it's one or the other. Either way, the effect on you is like you have a thicker veil than other people, but you also have an innate psychic ability with that star card that helps you. It helps you. It's like that is your gift, this mediumship, this connecting. If I was going to continue casting some cards, I would surely get the High Priestess at some point for you guys. But it's like you have that ability to help you get through this. But there are like different levels. It's like this grand level that you need to get to, the big prize, the big reason why you're here. What you really need to accomplish is depicted here with that King of Pentacles card there, but that came out next to the Eight of Pentacles. So you need to work up towards that, but it's divided into like several small stages. And I know you might be thinking, okay, well, like everything in everyone's life path is divided into smaller stages and whatnot. You can break down everything. That's true, but whereas for you, it's like every smaller stage is actually rather significant in its own right, and it ends up being more significant stages for you guys than the average human. So you may find that you never truly arrive, quote unquote, in this lifetime, or if you do, you're probably going to be like in your 80s or 90s by the time you actually do, quote unquote, arrive. Whereas, some other humans may be able to point to, I don't know, maybe their 50s or 40s or something, when they actually things kind of snap and they fully understand things. I mean, maybe, obviously some people are so trapped into the matrix that they don't even think philosophically and spiritually, so they things are not going to click for them in a grander level. But if we take just someone with an open philosophical mind and put them next to you, they may wake up sooner than you, and it's not because they are working hard or anything like that. It's just that their life goal is smaller or shorter in a way. So you guys might be thinking, what the heck is she talking about? Okay. The thing is, you don't rely on me. Rely on yourself, rely on your own intuitive capabilities, because you definitely have them, and also work with Decarabia and Andromalius. This is the first time I'm actually going to mention two demons who are popping up, because I was just using the other card as an anchor card to get some more information about why they wish to help you. But it's when you really consider that Andromalius is depicted as the Seven of Swords in the other deck, and then we have him with the keyword deception, and then we have the other esoteric tarot attribution for Decarabia being the Seven of Swords. I'm definitely connecting the two, and working with either of them or both of them is definitely going to help you. So you're going to need that extra assistance to break through that extra layer of veil. And with that Emperor in reverse, it's like I said, it's a kind of dichotomy. It's like you have the world working against you, and underneath the deck I do have the Hanged Man here in reverse. So it's this dichotomy. You have the world working against you, and underneath that I have the Judgment. So again, remember, the Judgment's all about like your life purpose, your karma, your dharma, and the final judgment, all that kind of stuff. The final judgment for you is much higher, it's much grander, and it's much more complicated and difficult. And with that, the Hanged Man here, it's like it's working against you, the world is working against you, but it's also simultaneously helping you to be able to get to that point. So, you know, we would need to extend this reading and break down to like what the actual point is. And quite frankly, for me to dig deep and get to the grand point, which is depicted here by the King of Pentacles, is going to be difficult, and it's probably going to take long, and I would definitely need to do that in a private reading and not a general one that's going to be incorporating way more people, because as I said, it's under heavy layers of veil, because you have so many steps. So even if I was able to tell you step 1, okay, that's cool, thank you, but you still got 7 more steps to go, which you would need breaking apart as well. Whereas for other people, other humans, if I were able to tell them, that would pretty much help them for the majority of their life. You know, hopefully you understand what I'm saying. So definitely this whole look, I split the deck behind the camera and I got the High Priestess in reverse. But I got the High Priestess. Remember I said if I was going to continue to shuffle, at some point I'm sure I would get the High Priestess. There she is. Lots of secrets here, and you need help getting to the bottom of these secrets. So you should have found that your life is very secretive and confusing, and you're never getting the answers to things. Like when you think you're getting a bit closer to the answer, it just evades you, and you're not going crazy. This is actually a phenomenon in your life. It's like the answer, the capital V answer, is going to continuously evade you. And yes, it's partially because there are forces and contracts in place, and veils and layers of veils in place that are purposely working towards, you know, pulling the truth further and further away from you so that you can continue to move towards it. And it's also because you have so many layers and levels to get to that you would never arrive. So even if you technically arrive at truth number 1, you still got truth number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 to get to. And I'm using 8 because we have the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so this reading is longer than all the others. I really hope that you understand what I'm saying. The point is, you guys are High Priestesses, you guys are psychic, you guys are highly intuitive, you have that connection, and that connection is there to help you because you need it more than other people to break through this layer of veil. If you're feeling like you have felt like things are being hidden from you, you are not crazy. Things are indeed being hidden from you. If you have been feeling that people and spirits and beings and forces are like are messing with you, and you know what I mean, they are messing with you. You're not crazy, you are being messed with. And it's not really in a malicious way. It's all for a grand purpose. So good luck with that. Those are messages. I hope that helped you. Hope it resonated. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pile number 6. Welcome to your reading. So the demon who would like to assist you and work with you is Laraji, and he is associated with the 6 of Wands in this deck. So I'm going to read the blurb from the book for you. Laraji is a Marquis with great powers. He governs 30 legions of spirits and generally appears as an archer with a bow. The 6 of Wands gives him balance and stability, fundamental qualities to shoot his own arrows with precision, capable of instilling hope, self-esteem, and fulfilling one's desires. If, however, the more unstable and dispersive sides of the moon and Gemini were to influence him in a significant way, then the arrows of this demon can generate great contrast, battles, or completely block the situation at hand. This stalemate or crisis period will then have to be illuminated with renewed strength, inflaming his arrows with a less reasoned and constrained and thus more spontaneous energy derived from instinct. It will then be the full moon, also known as the hunter's moon, with the light guiding his arrows. So your 2 supporting cards, we have completion and evaluation for why they wish to assist you. And it's definitely to complete some kind of battle. that you have been fighting for a while. If you're not careful, if you don't know like what you need to focus on or where you need to put your energy and what steps to take and what decisions to make, you can end up prolonging this battle for much longer than necessary. And I'm picking up that it's been going on for way too long, or just long enough at this point, and it needs to come to a conclusion. And this demon here is going to help you bring it finally to a conclusion, because it's like doing it on your own. It's like you're kind of making similar mistakes over and over again, or you're just kind of moving slowly, and working with this demon could help you move more quickly to the finish line and finally get it completed. So I'm going to pull some cards for some more information. I was picking that up. First card is the Lovers. I really was picking up relationships. And again, this is the second group that is reminding me of a pile from the last reading that I did, the reading that tied this one in the poll. And it was the pile that was talking about what was it talking about? I think it was the end of a relationship, a romantic relationship. That it was the end of a karmic romantic relationship. And I said how well the next relationship goes, and I said it was either career or romantic, and how well the next relationship goes depends on how much of a lesson you learned in the last karmic relationship. So if you did watch that reading, you most likely got that pile, and this is your reading as well. So for most of you guys, this is some kind of romantic relationship, but if you did come from that pile, it could also be a career type of thing, but you would be like karmically attracting, or would have been karmically attracting, like narcissistic bosses or like toxic co-workers and that sort of stuff. And then of course with romance, it would be narcissistic or toxic or abusive or subpar romantic partners in some way. Definitely some lessons to learn here. That it needs to be cleaned out. It needs to end. It's some karmic loop. I do have the Seven of Swords when I split the deck. A deception and stuff. You need to stop relying on other people. You guys have this kind of tendency, I'm seeing here with that Lovers card, to rely on other people, and it's like you don't really know who you are, or you don't know who you are when you're not in a relationship, or you don't know who you are if you're not underneath someone or reliant on someone. Again, if it's a career, it's like you need to separate yourself from being so dependent on people. And each of you are going to know what this means for you. Something about like you not being able to do things on your own, and all your wishes are tied to assistance of other people. So you can only have your desires if you have a romantic partner to help bring them to fulfillment, or you can only have your desires if you have, I don't know, a manager or whatever to give you a paycheck. And then it causes you to put up with toxic or micromanaging or belittling managers and that sort of stuff, or to put up with toxic romantic partners and that sort of stuff. Some karmic limiting negative personality trait of dependency, to put it plainly, that needs to be dealt with, that you need to heal, and that you need to move on from. So if you find yourself still stuck in some kind of karmic toxic relationship, this demon is going to help you finally like get rid of that and get through that and be done with it. If you recently got out of one, this demon is going to help you so that you don't get back into another one, because if you don't actually deal with the core of the problem and you leave a physical person, you're just going to continue to attract another person or situation or company that has the same signature. So you don't want that to happen. So a karmic loop of dependency and toxicity and subordination needs to come to conclusion. That is why Laraji wishes to assist you. So those are your messages. I hope that helped you. I hope it resonated. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading.